Hi, welcome to Carrie's Corner, and today I have a special guest, Andy Frudd, joining me. And he has told me that he has a subject in mind for us. So, Andy, with further ado, would you please progress?
Yeah, last show I commandeered your show, just took it all over because we have that power, Carrie. Today I thought it'd be nice, and I would be like, Carrie, can you invite me on your show?
Well,
Totally
you were
different.
invited.
So, Carrie, you were talking about something that really just kind of like popped out to me is like importance. You were talking about your babies, not your bunnies this time,
Okay.
right? But your actual children. You have
Baby.
3 of them,
I do, yes.
right? But you were talking about baby monitors.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about why you use baby monitors, what they're for, how, like just what is a baby monitor used for?
Baby monitor, we use them to listen at night when they're upstairs, we are downstairs. We like to hear to make sure they're not getting in trouble. We also like to listen at night. We put a bed alarm on. We used to have them on our 2 little girls, and then we took them off because they're a little bit older. And we have them on our baby now, and it's called a breathing monitor, an angel care monitor. So it measures his chest rise, and we can know when he's breathing, when he stops. If he rolls off the pad, we know. So it's something that kind of puts my mind at ease, as in, well, when you first have the baby, you worry about SIDS, or sudden infant death syndrome. So you get really worried about the baby stop breathing. So it's been a lifesaver for my anxiety. A lot of people know I struggle with that. So it's been a lifesaver to know that we have a monitor. It's kind of like the nurse in me, watching people breathe and their heart rate is just how I am.
Now you haven't only done this for your children, but back to our favorite topic, you have also done this for your bunnies.
Yes.
What's the purpose of that?
The purpose of that is, it sounds really silly, but at nighttime we keep a monitor on them so I can hear if there's a fire, if the fire alarm goes off downstairs, or if they choke on their kibble or something ridiculous like that. And it sounds hilarious, but again, the nurse in me and the extra careful person in me, I just take extra precautions.
Right. So again, we've already established that you and I would be different in the fact that you would want to walk in the morning and see live bunnies bouncing all around, having fun, playing in Bunnyland, right? And I wouldn't mind to see fried bunnies, right?
You made it abundantly clear, yes.
Exactly. Good. Right. And we also differ because I want a Montana ranch, right? And you want a Montana ranch. That's good.
Yep.
I want horses and cows, and you want
Bunnies.
a bunny ranch.
The bunnies upon bunnies.
Right, which would be bunnies upon bunnies. Right, that would be fantastic. I want to go back to the monitor thing because that's really what I want to talk to you about. As soon as you said that, I was hit by the fact that I think God does that same thing for us. Right, I think God has a real desire to make sure all the things that you just said, that we're okay, that we're safe, that we're good, that we're breathing, that we're all of these things, and He does monitor us. Right.
Yep.
Now, again, my understanding, I've had used baby monitors before in different things, but a baby monitor gives you insight, right? Allows you to know what's going on, but the reality of it is it's gonna take you a minute to get there, right?
Yep.
You can't just go and interfere. Baby monitors don't make you have instant access to what's there, right?
Right.
Now, again, somebody's going to immediately start talking to me about heresy, right? God has instant access to us. He's always there. He's everywhere. But He chooses to do it more like a baby monitor, right? He chooses to say, hey, listen, you have free will, right? You can make choices. You can do things, right? And I'm monitoring the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Much like you, when you hear the baby monitor go off, what's your reaction?
Usually I run in and check to make sure he's breathing, or just move the baby over to the corner to see if he slipped off of the pad or not. There's a breathing pad underneath his mattress, so a lot of times I'll just check on him.
What a perfect image of what God does, right? A lot of times He comes in and He just checks on us and He just moves us a little bit and he turns us over on our back or on our stomach. He does all of those things. He doesn't interfere with what we're doing, right? He helps with the process, right? So the baby monitor doesn't stop the baby from sleeping, does it?
No.
The baby gets to keep being a baby. It doesn't stop the bunnies from sleeping, right? It just gives you insight to what's going on so that you can come in and correct and make adjustments and do the things that you need to do. I like what you also said, because some of the baby monitor thing is for your own benefit as well, isn't it?
Yep.
I think sometimes God looks down at us. God created us, right? The truth is, He created your babies, but then He gave them to you and Robbie to create, right?
Yep.
When you create something like babies, when you attach to children or to your bunnies or things like that, how much more passion, concern, and love is there for them?
A lot. A lot. There's a lot of love there, and there's a lot of caring. You want the best for your babies at all times. So with that comes responsibility. So I can't even imagine how much more God feels about us. That love and tenderness that he went all the way to the cross for us.
Man, that's great. I love what you just said. Like, how much more does God love us? He created us. He did this whole thing for us, and he just wants to monitor us. He wants to know where we are and what we're doing and how we are, right?
Yep.
I think it also means, again, I think baby monitors, there's a downside to baby monitors if you leave them in the room and your child grows up, right?
Yep.
That means that, like, conversations aren't private, are they?
No.
That means that what's going on in the room isn't necessarily private.
Right.
And then thinking about with God, I think sometimes we act as if that's not how it works with God. We act as if God can't see us, he can't hear us, he doesn't know what's going on, right?
Yep.
But he does know what's
he
going on.
does. Yeah.
Right? And he does see us, right? So there's a flip side to that where the kids should have some comfort in knowing, hey, mom and dad are watching.
Yeah.
Mom and dad are with us, right? But that only works if they're doing good things.
Yep.
Right? If we know we're doing bad things, we don't want mom and dad watching, do we?
No, they don't. Not at all.
So again, what if you were looking at people, right, which you are, and you were going to really kind of sum up and give them a synopsis of, like, why it is that you think baby monitors are important, you would say what?
I would say it just gives you a general picture of what they're doing and how you can keep your baby safe, and how you can keep an eye on them. That's the best way to describe it.
Perfect. So I would say that God is doing that exact same thing, right? He's keeping an eye on us. He wants us to be safe. He wants us to be doing the things that, like, we were created to do, and he doesn't want anything to impede upon that in any way, shape, or form. Now, listen, we've been really serious for way too long, right? So let me sum this up by saying to you, Carrie, let me ask you the $1 million question. Everybody out there is asking right now,
All right? Hit me with it.
Okay. Your house suddenly catches on fire. You can only save one of the two entities that I'm about ready to tell you about, right?
And I know what it is.
Are you going to save Robbie or the bunnies?
I would save all of them.
Nope, that's not true. Can't do it. Listen, you're on camera and we're not going to turn it off until you... Carrie, can only save one of the two. Robbie or bunnies. Listen, I didn't even put your kids in there.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. Robbie or the bunnies, Carrie?
Well, Robbie, and then I'd send the firemen in for the bunnies.
You know what? I'm going to take that answer. I'm glad that you chose Robbie.
Of course I would choose Robbie.
Right. So we're on the same page, right? Mine is just, if my choices are dead bunnies, live bunnies...
I know what you would choose.
That's right. If my choices are my horses or my bunnies, my cows are my bunnies, my cats are my bunnies, all of this, it's a pretty easy choice. But you made the same choice, so we're now on the same page. Bunnies are second.
You could say that.
Well done. Carrie, you can close out your show now.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this crazy edition, but good edition of Carrie's Corner. And thank you, Andy, for joining us.
You're welcome, Carrie.
Have a good day.